Salve and welcome to a Robert Doji Jr. Let's Play. For this Let's Play series, we are going to be following the historical de Bouillon dynasty. So if you know your history, Godfrey de Bouillon would go on to be the victor of the First Crusade for all intents and purposes. Though he refused the title King of Jerusalem, he would go on to call himself the defender of the Holy Sepulchre. And that's kind of a good segue into the purposes of this Let's Play, which is going to be kind of an achievement run, as well as role-playing with this kind of grand historical, alternate historical reality. For the achievements, we're going to be starting out with Defender of the Holy Sepulchre, starting as Eustache de Bouillon, the Count of Bouillon in France in 1066. Choose to play as your beneficiary after they are made king or queen in Jerusalem after a crusade. So that'll be goal number 1, and if we do that, we should also get Crusader King. Starting in the High Middle Ages bookmark, hold the Kingdom of Jerusalem. So that's kind of a 2-in-1, right? Then we'll go for Deus Vult, create the Empire of the Outremer. That's pretty much consolidating the whole of the Arabian Peninsula, and if we can do it, the Kingdom of Egypt can be de jure part of the Empire of the Outremer as well. We can also go for something like Prester John, as a Catholic, have a border with Miaphysite Abyssinia. So the Abyssinians are in like the Ethiopia area. If they're still around while we're in that area, we could try to press down and get a border with them. And additionally, maybe St. Thomas's dream. Rule an Indian kingdom or empire as a Christian and convert all its provinces. If we can get a crusade to target the Indian subcontinent while we're the emperor of the Outremer, we could try to go for this one, which means we could also get beyond the Indus. As a ruler of a non-Indian culture, conquer a king or emperor title in India. So I think that will be the main purposes of this grand narrative we're about to weave together. Go down here, secure the Kingdom of Jerusalem, expand that into the Empire of the Outremer, and then if possible, maybe go south, get a border with Miaphysite Abyssinia, which is down here, if they survive. And from there, maybe have another crusade target the Indian subcontinent and convert a kingdom title down here to Catholicism. So that'll be the goal for our de Bouillon dynasty. Let's get this rule set. I'm going to try and keep this one as historic as possible. So I'm going to go through and get all these rules set, make it as historical and kind of true to reality as I can, and then I'll cut that out and explain the decisions I made here in a second. Okay, we've got it set. For the rules, we've got historical bubonic plague, fewer minor epidemics. I feel like the content isn't engaging enough for the amount of epidemics that Reaper's Due brings. Mongol invasion historical, Aztec invasion off. Exclave independence harsh. I think that leads to less border gore, cleaner borders. I like leaving that as harsh. Pretty much defaults for all the Jade Dragon DLC. Turned off secret religious cults and devil worshippers for this one. We'll do another Let's Play where it's more ahistorical, but I just feel like the devil worshippers and secret religious cults can really subvert a lot of the historical narratives that I want to keep this playthrough grounded to. Historical Turkic conquerors, default non-epidemic diseases. We'll leave Shattered Retreat on, Siege Events on, Siege Assaults on. Defensive packs off. I feel like that's more of a EU4 time period thing. CK2, I just feel like it doesn't really match the era of history. Supernatural events are off. Absurd events are on. I'll leave that on. Defaults for most of the cultural conversion and religious conversion. Historical rating. Charlemagne events don't really matter. AI way of life. The only default that has changed is this. AI seduction I have off. If you let the AI hoe around, there's like a 90% chance you won't be playing as an actual character of your dynasty come the end of the game. They are just off the chain when you leave that on, man. So, like if you play a non-Iron Man game and use the console editor to look, chances are if you leave this on, you will not be playing as your character at the end of the game. Leave the rest of the defaults on, though. Yeah, and then I have Children's Crusade turned off. I feel like that's annoying and it could subvert our plans, but we'll leave the Shepherd's Crusade, Fourth Crusade, Northern Crusade, and Reconquista on. Leave the Child of Destiny on, that can spice things up a bit. And then all the pregnancy flavoring, historical great works as well. So with the rules set, let's get into it. The Iron Man de Bouillon dynasty, the Kingdom of Heaven. Let's get it. Okay. We will be playing as a French feudal Catholic. If there is one dynasty in this game that kind of can claim the namesake of Crusader Kings 2, it's got to be the Deus Vult dynasty, right? I think so. So we are a gluttonous, paranoid, kind, arbitrary, tough soldier. Kind of a mixed bag. Decent martial score, though. And that can kind of play into our favor, right? If we go for a war, I'm just thinking, if we go for a war focus in line with our education, and we're paranoid about this Dutch Baudouin, probably Baldwin, Dutch version, this Dutch Duke of Flanders, we're kind of paranoid that he's going to try and take our lands from us, so we can use our martial education to build up a base of power, play tall within our holdings, maybe snap up a few more, and then use Flanders as a base of power for the eventual crusade for Jerusalem. Have enough forces to have a real shot at being the top contender for getting that crusade here in 30 years. He's a tough soldier as well. And he's actually not. He's got pretty good traits. He's bad. What's his heir look like? Slothful, skilled tactician, cruel, arbitrary. Okay. And she is the Count of Hainaut. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, back to us. We've got 6 children, 3 bastards, 3 of our dynasty, a brother, and a sister. Well, that's good. This gives us a lot of opportunities here to secure alliances. If we can get an alliance with one of the larger dukes of France, perhaps the Duke of Aquitaine here, try to betroth one of our sons to his daughter. Just somebody to help us in the event that the Duke of Flanders wants to try some shady stuff. Good, okay. Our heir is Eustache Jr. He's not, I don't know if he'd be really following his dad's footsteps with a martial education. Godfrey, this is going to be our goal is to have him set up as the main beneficiary when the Crusades roll around. So we're going to want to keep him inheriting nothing, which is probably a problem yet when it comes to our inheritance laws, right? We're going to have to find a way to regulate this, get our legalism up, or maybe go for elective succession. Whatever we have to keep him from inheriting anything. If we can leave him landless, make him the beneficiary, he can become king of Jerusalem if we do well. I think that'll be the goal here. So in line with our education, I think we will choose that war focus, build up our troops, try to consolidate some holdings here. Roger of St. Pol, make a good steward. But we might have to, I don't know how long for this world you are, Roger, I'm sorry to say. You have a castle in my lands, and I'm gluttonous. I'm gonna eat it up. Judith, our niece. Oh, that's a good marriage opportunity for one of the strong dukes as well. Let's see. Zealous, idolizer, brooding, and curious. Dude, that would be nice. I don't know, don't want to go conscientious. We could really go either diplomacy or stewardship. Diplomacy, well, actually, let's see who we've got to educate her first. No, I think we will go stewardship for her and have Roger educate her. That'll help him like us a little bit more, and it'll give her a good chance of getting Midas touched on her maturity ring. Okay, you will have a stewardship focus. Then our heir and Godfrey. We'll make them martial focus like their old man. Have them follow in our footsteps. Choose an ambition. We don't want to gain land for an unlanded son. We want to. Got enough heirs. We'll go for make a friend. There's a lot of focuses or events within the war focus, rather, that like training events where you befriend somebody. I think we'll go with that one. That'll give us a minor popular opinion modifier with our vassals. Designated regent. Probably want somebody content if we have anyone. Nobody ambitious. Definitely not our ambitious bastards. Don't really have anyone that's content, but we do have somebody. Our sister. I don't really trust that either. Who likes us? Make it Roger. You know what? He's paranoid, but he's lustful and cruel and patient. And he's old. We'll go with Roger as our designated regent. We'll make our vassals happy by giving them all of these honorary titles. Cupbearer will go to our bastard son. Our bastard son's actually very good, Guillaume. He's got a lot of good skills here. Keep him happy. And the court tutor will go to our brother, who needs to be pretty well educated. Okay, we've got some pretty good well, one good commander, the other one's decent. The bastard sons seem to be decent knights. Leave them as they are. Mayor Robert is an excellent steward. Definitely. Guillaume is one of our commanders. I'd like to leave him in the field, but if we leave him in the field, he has a chance of getting killed, and he's an excellent at martial. I make him fire that other guy. We might have to invite a chancellor. I don't know if we're gonna let that one. I have to invite a spy master. Yeah, I think we'll invite a chancellor, spy master, and court chaplain, just because our realm does not have many well-qualified candidates for the roles. And because we replaced the game, we'll need a new... He's excellent at defense because he's patient. We'll make Robert of Hesden, Mayor Robert of Hesden, one of our commanders as well. And we need a court position. Let's see. We'll send out the couriers, invite some well-qualified medieval vagabonds to fill our roles. Got Croatian Castamere. An 18 diplomacy. Huh? Says he'll join, so let's invite him. Let's see who we got here as a spy master. Content, I like that. Content is good on a spy master. We don't want him having any funny ideas. And he's of our religion. We'll invite him. And then Learned, who are 20 years old. That's good. He won't die immediately. He is a man of the faith through and through. Chaste, diligent, zealous, just. Arnott Barnott. I don't think your parents liked you very much if they named you that, but Arnott Barnott, get on in here. So that settles our council. Our liege council, we are the spy master. With an intrigue of 5, he must be pretty desperate. That does give us an interesting opportunity if we did want to kill him. We would have a pretty high plot power chance, but honestly, it might be worth it. Leave. Well, his son has a worse marshal, which would lower the troop count. 31. I think it might be better to kill him, actually, if we try to do that. I think we will. I think we'll plot to kill him. Which isn't really outside. We're arbitrary, you know. We don't really have a sense. And we are paranoid. We're paranoid he might try to revoke our title. I think it's perfectly within Eustache's thinking that it would be better for him to come to an untimely end. We have no support among the rest of the duchy. Probably because there's a lot of cultural mismatches in the duchy. We've got some Dutch, French. So half this duchy is probably not too keen on seeing us take power. As far as laws go, within our county, we have to get power back from the council. That's probably our number one priority, legally speaking. That way we can get the legislation we want. We'll have to buy favors. But, we need more money for that, obviously. 80 apiece. 3. Yeah. We'll have to save up some money to buy favors and wrestle control of our council away from the people on it. And then, like I said, we've got... I think we had a niece, right? We do. Judith. If we can marry her off to a powerful duke, we might be able to have that as a backstop in case the Duke of Flanders wants to try any funny business with us. Duke of Saxony, Lower Lorraine. We could marry off to William, ally with the English. I think that might be the move, actually. We can marry... If we betroth our niece to William the Bastard's heir, will give us a non-aggression pact with just the heir. Not actually. I think it would give us a non-aggression pact with him. Would think. Or we could arrange betrothal between the Duke of Toulouse and Eustache for Bodwin. He would prefer a matrilineal marriage because he doesn't have any sons yet. What about the Duke Ordulf of Saxony? Magnus isn't married yet. His heir isn't married yet. Would he accept a betrothal to Wood? He would accept that betrothal. We'd get a non-aggression pact with him. We could try to get an alliance with him as well. He is ill. Marshal's only 1. Son's Marshal is 7. Sure. 1,000. He accepted a betrothal. Would we get a non-aggression pact with him? Let's go for the Duke of Toulouse. Not a duchy we can afford to lose. We'll go with that. Try to secure an alliance with Toulouse. Consolidate our power here. Make a play for Flanders. Build tall. Prepare for the First Crusade. And get Godfrey on the throne of Jerusalem. I think that's the move. Okay, I think we'll unpause now. See if the couriers report counselors coming in after our invitations. Right. Got our chancellor. We've got our spy master. There is our court chaplain. We'll have him research cultural tech. We'll have him study technology in Rome. I feel like if anybody's got inheritance rules down to a T, it'd be the papacy. And we've got our chancellor here. We'll try to have him fabricate a claim. Count of Guines and the Count of Artois are single county characters. 0 Marshal. I know who we're going after first. Try to get that. Court physician, Arnott Barnott. Dr. Arnott Barnott, PhD. Okay. So step 1 is getting the council to agree with us when we try to take power away from them. The best way to do that is through money, and the best way to make money is to improve our holding here. Roger hates us. He does not like us very much because we fired him from the council. And, you know, trying to kill my liege. We may have to... We may need an answer, Robert. I don't think he's long for this world, fellas. I really don't. They're probably not going to accept that. We'll see with time. Nice. Will he accept an alliance? Will not. Need to send him money for that. Let's try to sway him. We can sway him to our side. Get that alliance. That'll be a good backstop if Duke Baudouin tries to take our... tries to revoke our county or something to that effect. Wonder if William the Bastard is going to fulfill his birthright historical claim and take the Kingdom of England. In my studies of warfare, I've come to realize that clever tactics on the battlefield is only part of the story. There are other disciplines of equal importance. Okay, siege leader is just too good. Not glamorous, but wars are won through sieges. That's true. Sieging down very quickly is a great skill to have. These are all fantastic, but Siege Leader is just... We're gonna go with that one. Nice. We are a gluttonous, paranoid Siege Leader. The Count of Amiens is willing to help us with our plot to kill the Duke, as is the Mayor of Beaumont. That's not really high on my priority list right now. We need the alliance with Toulouse. I've decided to institute title revocation law. All that is needed is support of yourself and my other loyal vassals. This says I am voting yes, but I'm definitely going to decline that. I have one title, and I definitely don't want him to have the authority to revoke it from me. I'm going to vote no. Eustache, you need to choose an education focus. Why am I not your educator? I thought I set this. We're going to have you follow in your old man's footsteps, Eustache Jr. Oh. Probably should have Guillaume do it. As much as I'd like to have an influence on the outcomes, got a far better education in martial than. We'll do that. I am arbitrary, but I don't have the title revocation law, so I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. The great Count Eustache. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. We propose that Sebastian become the guardian and mentor of little Eustache de Bologne so he can become a proper Dutch Catholic. Over my dead body. Absolutely not. Looks like William's probably gonna win that. Oh, who's this? Attacking King Philippe in France. The Holy Roman de Jure War over Zealand. Oh, this is de Jure, West Prussia, so he's probably gonna take that. It was one of those situations where you didn't want to tell the truth in case it would hurt the person, but at the same time, honesty is a virtue. Lies don't hurt anyone. Be honest and tell it as it is. We're paranoid and arbitrary. Kind, glutton. I feel like deceitful kind of. Intrigue -2. I think we'll go with deceitful. I just feel like deceitful falls more in line with the... Well, we didn't get it anyway, so... Doesn't matter. I wonder if Philippe's even going to try to win this. I don't even see our troops anywhere. Philippe, what are you doing? Oh, there they are. To the glorious Count Eustache, peace be with you. We've decided to offer you the position of commander. Do you accept? No, I'm not dying in your wars, Duke Baudouin. I refuse. The Duchy of Picardy was created by the King Philippe of France. Let's see, can we send him a gift yet? No, we need 69 monies. We've got... Who's going to win this? King Philippe of France versus the Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire. Ooh, that straight crossing kind of killed him. Well, it looks like we're losing Zealand. It's de jure theirs, though, so I don't... that being a huge problem. Perhaps it is time I asked Duke Guillaume IV to spend some time with me. It is probably the fastest way for me to gain his trust. Yeah, I agree. I will ask him. Guillaume was happy to oblige me. Now that I have some time to spend with him, I am confident that I can convince him of how alike we are and that he stands only to gain from our friendship. We can finally talk in private. Okay, hopefully that works. I think these days have really helped me getting Guillaume to know and appreciate me better. We've spent most of our time visiting my domaine, discussing the most disparate topics. I hope the visit was of your liking. This option is available because you have the kind trait. I hope you enjoyed the feasts. This option is available because you have the gluttonous trait. I hope you enjoyed your time here. 10 years, 20 years. Because he's gluttonous as well, yes. Nice. That brings it up to 26. Form alliance, yes. Nice. We didn't even have to give him money. The great Count Eustace, may you live in harmony and contentment. Please support me by voting with me in the council. If you agree to do this for me, I will henceforth owe you a favor. Let's see. Liege Council, this is the Count Herbert of Vermandois. Vote with you on what? What do we... Tax-shifted burglar obligation. Burger obligation. Sure. I will take a... Oh, he's got the Duchy of Picardy as well. Okay, that's a problem. That greatly expands his power base. I wonder how he got that. Okay, well that'll spice things up a bit. I think we're going to stop trying to kill him. Actually, yeah, he's gonna inherit all of that. Who's the heir of this? Heir to the Duchy of Flanders, County. Yeah. This guy's heir to the Duchy of Picardy. William of Normandy will accept my plot invitation. He's not even going to be in the plot much longer. He's about to win this conquest of England. Mayor of Beaumont would accept. How much gold would it take? 31. I think we'll hold off on that for now. I'm not trying to spend all my money. I'd like to build better castle walls. Get our castle town upgraded. Just to... We need to get our income up. The great Count Eustace, peace be with you. I, do Guilherme IV of Toulouse, accept your proposal for an alliance. Nice. Thanks, Guilherme. We've got about 800 troops almost. Our chances of getting this claim fabricated, 13%. Oh, there it is, William the Conqueror. True to history. But Hardrada's at 60%. Throughout the day, you've caught yourself grinding your teeth and being unable to focus on anything for long. Suddenly, you realize why. You've been in a bad mood all day. You just can't seem to hide having lazy people in your presence anymore. Brother. I like him to be less slothful when I'm around. Oh, it worked. Nice. He's a little pissy about it, but... Our liege's council is discontent. Did he die? He did. Alright. Died a natural death. Alright, well. I think that means it's time to target Roger. Fortunately, we wouldn't have a lot of support for that one. But we could through money. 15. Yeah, we'll do this. Please support me by voting with me in the council. If you agree, I'll owe you a favor. You already owe me a favor, dude. Who owes me a favor? Oh, this guy does. What are we voting on? Yeah. He's got 2,400 levies. We've got about 800, plus our alliance with the Duke of Toulouse. Oh, cool. I spent that money for nothing, because, we'll auto-stop plots against us. Why are these guys not joining it? How much money do we need to get him on board? 57. Mayor. Oh, we didn't unpause the game, that's what. Position of commander, absolutely not. I am not dying in your war either. %76% plot power. We'll try to invite Baron into it when we can as well. Bodwin. We'll have all three of our actual heirs be educated in martial ways. Oh, Hardrada. Hardrada upset William. William the Conqueror. Would you... Norwegian England? What? Well, I think with Norwegian England, that's just too much for me. Call it here. That'll be the first episode of this Let's Play. If you have any suggestions, throw them in the comments section. This is my first ever YouTube video, first ever Let's Play, anything like this. So I'm welcome to any suggestions you guys got. Try to keep them to about 30 minutes an episode. But appreciate you guys watching if you did this long. And see you in the next one.